Hello and welcome to Urban Chickadoodle. My name is Melissa. If you're new here, welcome to our flock. So in today's video, we are going to plant some plants in some pots. So I'm going to show you how to do it. All right, so I'm pretty excited. We got all these flowers. These ones we usually plant every year in a hanging basket, and we put it on the front porch. These are like my favorite flowers. So of course I had to get these. And then these are some strawberry plants. So Fred Meyer's was having a sale that if you bought 4 of these, you'd only pay $3. So I got 4 of these, 4 of these, and 4 of these. So today we are going to plant them. First we're going to plant these geraniums. And if you can see, we still have old dirt in the pot. And this is the hanging pot we're going to use. So what I usually do with old dirt is I dump it out in the garden bed, and we're gonna fill it up with some potting soil. It's very important when you plant plants in pots to not use garden soil or any other soil. You want to use potting soil. This is actually an all-purpose soil, so you can use it for vegetables or flowers. However, I haven't used this one before, so we'll give this a go and hopefully it will be good soil. When it is time to pot plants, usually a plastic tub like this is great because then it makes less of a mesh, and any dirt that comes through, you don't get a giant mess all over your table. Alright, so I'm going to fill it to about this level. You don't want it any higher. We are going to just take the plants and just kind of squish the pot and dump it out. And then you kind of want to break up the roots a little bit so they're not stuck together. It will help them breathe better in the soil. And just place them where you want them. Sometimes roots come through, so you just kind of want to be careful, and that's why you squish them. So it kind of helps get them out. And a lot of times if you tilt it over, they come out easier. Now geraniums are kind of fun plants. They're very vibrant and they're noticeable, so people can see them from afar. They don't come back every year, it's only once a year. Okay, so I have one plant here, one plant here, one plant here, and they're just kind of in between right here. And then this one's a shorter one, so I'm going to place it right in the middle. And by the way, I don't discard these, I don't throw them away. I actually use them for my vegetable garden. So we're just gonna fill them in between the plants. And you don't want to overflow with soil because if you do, the water will just kind of drip off and it won't go into the pot. So that's why you kind of want to push down on your plants. And then just kind of put them where you want it. You're gonna just place them where you want. If you have them tilted over, that's how they're going to remain. If you have them up and putting soil in there, they'll remain up. Now it is time for the hose. And so what you'll want to do is just drench your whole pot so that all your soil will be completely watered. So every time you pot anything, or even put anything in the vegetable garden, plant anything in the vegetable garden, you always want to water your plants so they do not dry out. So I'm just completely drenching this so that all the soil kind of packs down and it gets a lot of water in all the soil. All right, I have it hanging up by my front door. And next we are going to move on to strawberries. We are planting these little 3-inch strawberry plants, and we are going to plant it in this pot. This pot I usually either use for strawberries or usually herbs. This is the perfect strawberry pot. Well, obviously since I had other plants in this before, had herbs in it before, I have soil in here already. And as you know, normally I take the soil out, old soil out, but since it's not all the way filled, we still have room to put some fresh soil in there. We're not going to take all that soil out. We don't really need a lot for strawberries anyway. A lot of times you find strawberries on top of hay. That's why they call them strawberries, actually. It helps keep like mold and stuff like that off of the strawberry plants. Anyways, so we're just gonna put a little bit of soil here and then put the strawberries in there. Squeeze the pot, tip it over, and squeeze the roots a little bit to kind of release the roots, and then just place it right in here. When you get strawberries from the store, you usually want to make sure they aren't dying, but this one has a little bit of death. So you'll just want to break that off to put more energy into the plant. And one more. So we're going to add some potting soil into the middle of the plants, between the plants. Push it down. You always want to push the dirt down so that it gets in all the crevices. Time to water it all the way through. Drench it down with the soil. It's all wet. All right, that's pretty good. So if you see, this is filled up with strawberries, but if you notice, there are other little pockets. Later on, these strawberry plants will get bigger. They'll have a runner come off of these plants, and they'll kind of just drape down, and we will put them in each of the different sections, and the runners will produce new babies, basically, baby plants. And so essentially you never have to buy strawberry plants ever again. So I just moved it to the rock garden. So this is where it's gonna go, along the fence line. And my husband actually hooked up the sprinkler hose. This is the sprinkler system. I'm just gonna put this stake down to kind of keep it in place. And now, every time the sprinklers go off, this will get watered. And so I don't even have to worry about watering it. The baby chickies are enjoying some sun while we are planting. We have them, of course, in a cage, so they can't escape. But as you can see, they're growing up. They're little teenagers. Hearing all the sounds of outside right now. Now we are going to plant fuchsias. Fuchsias are my favorite, one of my favorite flowers. I think they're so beautiful. And so we're gonna plant, I got 4 of them. Once again, 4 plants for $3. And we are gonna plant it in this pot. We can hang it. You can see there's little areas where we can hang it. And that's how I prefer my fuchsia plants, is hanging as a hanging pot. So we're gonna fill this with soil as well. All right, that's pretty good. That's about how full I want it. Now, the fun thing I got is I got 4 different colors of fuchsias. You can see they have different colors, 2 colors in them. They're really pretty. So, same thing, squish the pot, tip it over. Now, these ones are a little bit drier plants, so they didn't water these ones great at the store. But it's okay, because we are gonna water them today. And I'm just gonna kind of put them in there. Now, fuchsias like to kind of drape off the side of your pot. They're really beautiful. So I kind of like to put them kind of by the side. Now, why I love fuchsias is my grandma loved fuchsias, and she used to have them all over her house. And she had all different colors, and she would just have them hanging off her porch. And I just remember thinking, they were so beautiful. So every time I see a fuchsia, it reminds me of my grandma. So of course, when I saw them, I saw that they were on sale. I had to get some. This one is a white one. It's got white and pink. Now, these will get a lot bigger, obviously, and I can always, that's the nice thing about plants, is you can always repot them. You can always separate the plants as they get bigger and grow. And now add the soil in between all the plants. You can always put the soil in the middle and bring it around to the sides. Makes it easier so it doesn't all fall out. Once again, in the middle, and then bring the soil all around. All right, now we need to water the plant, the fuchsias, and we're gonna soak this pot all the way through. Now, when you water your fuchsias, you actually only want to water them 2 to 3 times a week. There we go. And stay moist though. I actually have my fuchsia plant on the front porch because fuchsias like shade. They like part sun or shade. They do not like a bunch of sun. If so, you will kill your plant. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, and talk to you later.